Hi guys, Colleen from Walking the Resonant Path here. I'm just going to do the two last movie reviews of the movies I've watched for Christmas. And then this will be the last ones I do because Christmas is like right on top of us. And tomorrow in our house we do stocking day and then obviously Christmas day. So this is the last chance I'll have to do this. So I'll read you these two. Then I'll read you the final top 20. And then the reviews plus just a quick list of the final top 20, as well as all the reviews in two different posts, blog posts, will go on my website. And if you want to find me, you can just look up either the book Cozy, which is Cozy with a Z, C-O-Z-Y, but it's usually easier to find me if you just write in author Colleen Christensen, that's C-O-L-L-E-N, Christensen, K-R-I-S-T-I-N-S-S-O-N. So it's easier to find me that way, but I have a website called The Book Cozy. So the first movie review I want to do is one called Christmas in Scotland. Now, Christmas in Scotland is a 2023 movie, and it follows Emma Mackenzie, who's played by Jewel Winternietz, a New York installation storefront designer who travels to Scotland with her dad, Mike. Now, Emma, when she gets to the town, notices there are no decorations on the buildings, and she finds out that this is at the insistence of the laird. Now, the laird in the Scottish town is the head of the town and gets to say what goes on in the town. Now, the laird of Glenrothy, which is the town that she's in, believes that the town did not decorate earlier in history, so he thinks it would be thumbing their nose at the town to those who have gone before to decorate. So they're allowed to decorate inside, just not the outside of the buildings. Now, the villagers get to go to Emma to help convince the laird and help them prepare a show-stopping light display for the best Christmas village. So they want her to convince him of that and then help the villagers do the display. Now, so the villagers convince him that this will lift the villagers' spirits and the community's spirits during the holidays. So Emma's plans hit resistance when she's forced to collaborate with Alex Glenrothy, who is the laird's son and the heir to the laird, becoming the head of the Glenrothy. And he also is like his father. He sees Christmas as an inconvenience and wants to keep things practical and low-key, but he's not as hard-lined as his father on it. He can see some joy in it, but he's, sort of on his father's side a bit. As the deadline looms, Emma and Alex have to obviously combine her big, heartfelt creativity with his resources and influence, and they have to slowly find some common ground and they draw the town together. And warming to, this idea of decorating for Christmas, Alex, tends to warm to her side and, convinces his father, the laird, that it would be a good idea to decorate for Christmas. But, and also Emma has a relationship back home and she is questioning that obviously during this time that she's spending with Alex. Jill, by the time the festival arrives, their partnership, her and Alex's, is obviously a romance has blossomed, has turned into something more. The village feels renewed and the display brings real Christmas magic to the community. And Emma and Alex admit that they don't want this holiday fling to end. And of course, Emma ends it with her person back home who actually ends up coming and then goes back home. And then they want the future, they realise they want their future together. Now, Jill Winternietz, hopefully I'm saying that right, sorry, Jill, if I'm not, as Emma almost lands the right mix of joy and lightness, but she just needs to dial up the happiness a notch or two. So she's almost right, but she just needs to dial it up a bit. By contrast, though, Don Waters as Alex comes across as very flat and deadpan, except in the moments where he's allowed to laugh or where he does a little bit of romance. And then you can see his face actually light up. So it's sad in the script they didn't give him more option to do this. Mike, Emma's father, is also portrayed in a strange way. It's if he's just trying too hard to be happy and trying too hard, I don't know if he's actually Scottish, but trying too hard to be Scottish if he's not. Just trying too hard in all different ways, and it actually comes across as awkward, not charming. Alex's father, the laird, is written and played as far too grumpy and far too angry, even in moments where it's not appropriate, and it seems very strange, that as well. The lack of decorations is understandable at the beginning, given the premise of the story. But once the town gets a green light to demonstrate, because that was the focus of the story, you think the decorations would be crazy. But unfortunately, they're very minimal. So I thought that was a bit of a letdown. There was also a distinct shortage of Christmas activities, which further dulled the holiday atmosphere. The chemistry between the two leads was pleasant when it showed up, but those scenes were few and far between. Like when he got to be lighter with her, it was very few and far between. On the plus side, however, the Scottish setting is a highlight, complete with a nod to the Celtic heritage, mince pies, and a castle. We got a castle. Overall, though, the film lacked the festive feel and ended up being a disappointing watch, which is why it did not even make it on the 2020 list. However, if you did want it just for the Scotland atmosphere, you can watch it on Amazon Prime, and it got 56 candy cane points. The next one, however, was much better, and that was If I Only Had Christmas. So in this, If I Only Had Christmas, this is a 2020 film. Darcy Gale, played by Candace Cameron Bure, is a Kansas City publicist who adores Christmas. But after being passed over at work, she jumps at the career-making opportunity, a temporary assignment with the Emerald Educational Trust, which is a high-profile charity foundation that needs help to pull off a major Christmas fundraising push. At Emerald, Darcy is praised with the trust. Darcy's paired, with the trust's buttoned-up, skeptical communications VP called Glenn Goodman, who's played by Warren Christie. Now, Glenn and his team are focused on their reputation, efficiency, and caution, while Darcy, of course, is trying to bring in warmth, big ideas, and a belief that the charity should feel genuinely human, not just have good PR. As they plan events and try to rally donors in time for Christmas, Darcy and Glenn obviously start to click, and Darcy also realises there's more to Glenn's motivation than he initially lets on. Their budding romance hits a wall at the big Christmas gala when Glenn makes a surprise announcement. He's been hiding a major truth about who he really is, revealing that he's actually the exclusive tech CEO, William Austin, who runs the whole thing, working under an alias. Feeling blindsided and used, Darcy walks away and heads back home. Of course, it's a Hallmark movie, so Glenn follows, proves his intentions were real, they get together, they find a way to keep the charity on track, and they do a great fundraising effort, and it has a heartfelt festive finish. Now, Candace Cameron Bure, as always, brings her trademark joy and festive cheer to Darcy, while Warren Christie's Glenn strikes a nice balance between skeptical and a bit of a naysayer, yet he's still likeable and quite charming. Their chemistry is sweet, with light, good-humoured banter that keeps the movie buoyant, and the supporting cast is equally strong and easy to warm to. There's plenty of Christmas decorations throughout, but the film is noticeably lighter on Christmas activities. There wasn't a lot of those. The main build-up to the Christmas concert and gala, plus the dance moment for Darcy, was supposed to be the big things, yet these seemed quite underwhelming when they actually occurred. Even so, I really enjoyed the movie for its infectious leading lady performance, its heartfelt messages, its lovely festive style, and it got bonus points for having a cute little doggy in it. Overall, it was a fun and cheerful seasonal watch. You can watch this on, well, to be honest, I found it on YouTube, but you can also rent it on Amazon Prime. And this gets 85 candy cane points. So now for the top 20. So at number 20, we have Christmas by the Book, 66 candy cane points. 19, Christmas at the Plaza, 68.5 candy cane points. 18, Christmas in My Heart, 70 candy cane points. 17, Our Holiday Story, 72 candy cane points. 16, All I Need for Christmas, 73 candy cane points. 15, A 90s Christmas, 73.5 candy cane points. 14, Abracadabra and a Christmas Miracle, 74 candy cane points. 13, Renovation Romance, 75 candy cane points. 12, Christmas at the Alpaca Farm, 75.5 candy cane points. 11, Joy to the World, 76 candy cane points. 10, Haul Out the Holly Lit Up, 80 candy cane points. 9, A Merry Christmas Wish, 81 candy cane points. 8, A Shoe Addict's Christmas, 82 candy cane points. 7, I'm Glad It's Christmas, 83 candy cane points. 6, The Christmas Club, 84 candy cane points. 5, If I Only Had Christmas, 85 candy cane points. 4, How to Fall in Love by Christmas, 86 candy cane points. 3, A Christmas Spark, 95 candy cane points. 2, Right Before Christmas, 98 candy cane points. And at number 1, and has been sitting in number 1 for a long time, is Haul Out the Holly, the original one, at 99 candy cane points. So as I say, you can see these on my website, author Colleen Christensen, the book Cozy. I will be putting them up. But this is probably the last time I'll see you until Christmas or after Christmas. I might pop in if I've got time. I don't know if I will have on Christmas and say Merry Christmas and show you what I got. But if I don't, I'll do it afterwards. But I hope you have a glorious Christmas. Or if you're celebrating anything else, have fun that. Or just have a glorious day. If you're not celebrating anything, just have a glorious day and do whatever resonates within your soul. Bye now.